Throughout my editing process, I changed this book title several times. I re-examined one title, Reassurance for the Growing Therapist, after 2 people suggested that it clashed with my raw and controversial content. I suppose the reassurance is secondary. I do hope that you finish this book feeling more reassured and confident in your practice. But this isn't just a book about reassurance. It's a book that highlights the awkward nuances of psychotherapy and normalizes some of the insecurities and fears most of us face. This book chronicles the stuff nobody told me. It's the stuff that invariably defines therapy, but it's also the stuff that doesn't always have a name or term. I'm a therapist who entered this field without really knowing what being a therapist meant. Here are some lessons I've learned along the way. Myth: successful therapists don't feel insecure. My first supervisor enchanted me. As a trainee, she wore wisdom and poise like fitted suits. As a supervisor, she talked without hesitation. A child who wouldn't speak? Try this play therapy intervention. A couple reeling from infidelity? Explore their thoughts about this specific fear. I knew about diagnosing and assessing for suicide. She knew about solving the unsolvable mysteries of the human experience. She spoke about therapy fiercely, and she never seemed baffled by a supervisee's question. She answered without pausing, gave suggestions as if she inherently always knew the best response. She was the epitome of intelligence. But as much as I admired her confidence, it also intimidated me. Would I ever seem so effortless, so put together, so smart? One day, after discussing how lost I felt with a new client, I shared how much I second-guessed myself, how much I doubted that I was really helping my clients. She smiled at me, her warm, nurturing smile, the kind that I knew made her clients feel secure and special. And then she said, "Your insecurities show you care. Nobody needs you to have all the answers. People need to know you care. Your insecurities show you care." She wasn't wrong. I cared about my clients deeply. I cared without limitations, without remorse. New therapists are so hungry, but they don't know how to cook. They forage and eat whatever scraps are available. New therapists are the most fragile species, but I'd argue they care the most. Her response didn't change my self-doubt. It just made me more aware of its needed place in my training. Eventually, I felt less shackled by my perceived incompetence. But years later, her words stay with me. I now know that almost all therapists doubt themselves. And they should. Therapy penetrates the most tender and raw pieces of the human soul. It weaves and unwinds and stitches and attacks both the client and the therapist. It's convoluted work, and I think many of us forget that in our quest to be perfect. When we're humble, we're more empathic and understanding, and we don't assume we know all the answers. Instead, we remain open to learning and growing. As therapists, this curiosity is one of our greatest assets.